Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last war that I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way.
Welcome to Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere where you can wherever you want to listen to any of your favorite radio podcasts. We are there at any time that you want to listen. But if you want to listen to us live and communicate with us, go over to iHeartRadio. Check us out on the Mojo 50 Radio channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Only on Mojo 50 Radio. You can also find us on the Facebooks. If you want to communicate there, we're producing video out on the Mojo 50 Radio page there. We are also on the YouTubes, the D Live, which is dlive.tv/Defenders Live. No, I didn't plan it that way. It's just how it goes. We're also on the Mojo 50 TV and the MeWe page. And also, if you check us out on Twitters, we are there at DOAE Show. DOAE Show is there. I am Stephen Airy, so it's at Stephen Airy, or usually at Dylan Lyles. Always use the hashtag arm yourselves. You can capitalize whatever you want, but arm yourselves. And that's how we do this. And with me tonight, I have Mr. Watson Prunier. Hey, Watson.
What's up?
What's going
I'm
on,
just
brother?
open a little Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. I know this guy. I got this, man. It's done. Watson Prunier is Battle for Freedom normally, which is right before the Daily Mojo. Every morning, every weekday, you can listen to him there. Watson, you have Battle for Freedom with the number 4 as the Twitters.
Yeah, at underscore Battle for Freedom, or you can contact me at Watson Prunier.
There you go. So at Watson Prunier, at underscore Battle for Freedom. He is there. You can contact him. Once again, communicate with us via the Twitters, via the MeWes, via any other form or fashion that you have available to you, Facebooks, Mojo TV, all the rest of it. We are there. I will be trying to keep up with it. Obviously, I don't do a great job, but if I find something really particular that I want to talk about, I will mention it on the show. Watson has all of his stuff going on and everything going through. And before we get really digging into this, because we do have a lot of stories I want to get to, Watson's, I got him involved with this, so he knows what's going on. But before we do, I want to tell you guys a little bit about Patriot Mobile. Now, Watson, do you have Patriot Mobile?
Not yet. Oh,
I do.
You have Patriot Mobile. Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
buddy, I got
Nice.
Yeah. So, I know there's some jackholes that were out there, and we were at this we were at the lake. We had a cookout where my AI didn't show, but we had a cookout, and I have Patriot Mobile now. We were out by the lake in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Nobody else had signal. I could text. I could call.
No way.
My wife and kids could play Pokemon. It was great.
Nice.
It was
Very
awesome.
Sweet.
It was so great, and we were able to send really crappy videos to really funny videos to Dylan because he wasn't there.
I'm actually thinking about, I have another iPhone where I'm going to see if they might let me just use the data plan on there.
Oh, yes, they will.
So if I'm only paying $10 a month and I can just use it from my iPhone, I would definitely start that up with my other system.
Well, they have,
so I can have that.
Well, they do have talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month, but if all you want is data,
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. So this is kind of great. We have I forget what the name of the plan is, but it's like the Independence plan or something like that. It's their top end plan. It's where you get 25 gig
Okay, nice.
of data along with talk and text per phone.
Cool.
And you can use your hotspot no matter what.
Nice.
So your phone becomes your hotspot. You can do whatever you want. So you can add data to everybody else. It's amazing. You guys should check them out and what they do. Go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's right. And use the promo code Come On Over. That'll get you a free month of service on all new lines. Check them out today. patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Promo code Come On Over. And if you do call them, which is kind of weird because they're really good about it. They've got great customer service, but they ask you like, who'd you hear this from? Mojo50.
Mojo, get your Mojo Jojo.
That's right. You gotta let them know, or else we don't get the credit for it, and it'd be useless to have them as a sponsor then. So check them out. patriotmobile.com/mojo50. So Trump is a racist.
Yes, he is.
Trump is a
Trump
racist.
hates black people.
Yep.
Trump hates black people.
Trump hates black people. Trump hates Mexicans. Trump hates he hates the Islamists. Trump hates them all. And the only place that you need to go to find that is CNN. Because they're like, the world's silence on Trump's racism is deafening.
Deaf, huh? Did they say something? Is anyone out there? Out there?
Hello. No, we're not here. We don't care, CNN. Actually, the funny thing about it is nobody listens to you anyway. The silence that you hear is the fact that nobody pays attention to you.
You.
Yeah, there's an echo somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. But they're going off of this idea that okay, Trump, I know you guys talked about it all day. Even during the show, you guys were texting and commenting about it where we didn't cover it because I wanted to wait until everything was over. Trump started a big deal with the four femmes of the Dems. There's some group or gang or something, whatever they call themselves. These
the
ladies,
four horses of the apocalypse.
the four horse faces of the apocalypse. Whatever they want to call themselves. I don't care. It's not a big deal to me, but they don't like America, because if they did like America, they wouldn't try to change it to their own vision of America. They do hail from another country, or at least their parents do in some people's cases. And they don't like certain things and certain people and certain ways that we do things. So when Trump came out and it condemns the group, but doesn't actually condemn them, he just says there are some people.
Yeah.
Never naming names, never bringing them out.
He mentioned names, grandchildren, mailmen, neighbors down the street. We know exactly who we're talking about. He got that specific.
Sure.
You can't let him get away with that, man.
Yeah. Now, when he went to the rally, obviously he mentioned names. The North Carolina rally, he mentioned a few names because he had gotten pissed off enough about it that he wanted to say, okay, this person said this, and this person does this, and this person does this. Because why not? If you have the information and they've pissed you off, why not?
Exactly. You know what? At this particular point, it's really sad. The double standards of what's going on right now with how people can get here. Okay, do I care for everything that the president says? No. But, for crying out loud, the double standards of how can you sit here and basically get Congress together to condemn him for what he says, but no, don't do the same for them?
Right. And here's the thing. So CNN, this is the last little blurb from CNN's their page. It says, he also described the four congresswomen of color as hate-filled extremists, and repeated his line from the weekend saying that if they don't like it, let them leave.
Yeah.
Except for two things. He never described them as people of color.
He didn't?
No, that was CNN adding that in. Yes, he did call them hate-filled extremists because they are.
Hate-filled extremists.
Right, that's truth, that's honesty, that's fine. And they also cut out parts of it. If they don't like it, then let them leave. He also he also said something about, let them go back to where they came from, fix it, and come back.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be honest enough, Stephen, really. They're not going to be honest enough to give you all the information. The goal is, the goal is to basically get everybody angry at this president, thinking that he is this racist, he hates women, he hates people of color. I mean, but again, people are emotional.
Yeah.
They don't want to stop and say, okay, well, was the whole thing said? Are we getting the whole thing, or have we been manipulated again? They don't care. At this point, they know that they're being manipulated, and they still want to be angry because they're butthurt that their princess, well, no, their queen from hell, did not win the election. So they've got to do everything that they can to argue against that. Shame on you, people. Shame on you.
Right. And yeah, I completely agree. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Sorry.
Shame.
That's right.
So I don't have the wig.
You.
If you're gonna have me sing backup for you, at least let me get the silk and the afro together first.
I will make sure and remind you next time.
Please.
Yes.
Holy cow.
I know,
right? Trying to give people the whole experience, man. If you want to get Black Power on here, let's do Black Power right.
Yes.
Stephen hate black people.
Right? Is this the right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing? I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? All right. Peekapool, the snarky jackhole, says on Twitter, so is this an excused absence, or is Disappearing Dylan doing his thing again? No, it is excused. This was planned.
Excused, or as it actually Dylan just came back from the beach?
Yeah.
Hello.
Boom. No,
I mean,
Dylan's
my beard.
Dylan went to Kentucky to go get his kids.
No.
They've been staying with grandma.
I am Dylan. I'm tinted Dylan. Come on, people.
There's so much taint there. Taint a thing, but there's so much.
I am. It's 50 Shades of Black.
As long as it's not gray, we should be all right.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm
Dylan. 50 Shades. 50 Shades of Dylan.
50 Shades of Dylan. That actually kind of sounds really disgusting. I'm just gonna let that. We're gonna let that go away. Go away. Speaking of color, though, if you like cat coolers, they come in 5 different colors.
Black, right?
That's one of them. Actually, that's 2 of them technically. So they come in white, black, yellow, camouflage, and blue collar, which is actually black. But when it gets cold, it has a blue stripe.
Why you got to put a collar around black people?
Because police.
Look at that. Po getting us again.
I know.
Po getting us again.
That's right. Now, look, cat coolers are amazing. Not only are they rugged, not only do they keep your ice cold for up to 7 days, not only are they made in America and fully customizable, but if you break it, they will fix it or give you a new one. They have a full lifetime warranty on every one that they make. Plus, they are less expensive than their top competitor. You should check them out today. You should go to catcoolers.com. When you go to catcoolers.com, that's right. Go to catcoolers.com. Use the promo code Steven, STEVEN. You can get 10% off when you purchase. Catcoolers.com, promo code Steven. And that's Watson's best impression of cat
Take
meow.
that, Matlock.
That's right. Matlock meowing. I've never done the meow because cat coolers are actually caterpillars, and caterpillars don't meow.
Well, I don't have enough feet. You should have told me that before I started the animal impressions.
Well, somebody should have told Matt Locke.
We have to have some
before.
communication here, man.
Somebody should have told Matt Locke before he started the animal impersonations. It just
Well, that's true. That is, you have a point there. I
Yeah,
agree.
see,
I do agree. Yeah.
that's how we do that.
That's true.
Yeah. So Ilhan Omar,
Oh my goodness. She hates Jewish people.
she does hate Jewish people. Now, Ilhan Omar came out like 2 days ago and said that she is not anti-Semitic and that she cannot condone any of her past statements, anti-Semitic statements that she's made, yada yada yada. And then today, she decides to set a bill into motion, or put a bill to the floor, that is that is BD, that is not anti-BDS, that is pro-BDS. Do you know what BDS is?
Black people deserve sandwiches.
They do, yes. That is correct. They do, just
Oh
like
no,
everybody.
you said BDS. I thought you said BPDS.
No,
Sorry about that.
that's yeah. No, but BDS, also what we used to call BDSM, is the boycott, divest, and sanction movement.
Mm. You know what? But wait, hold on a second though. But who are they boycotting?
Israel.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. You're not anti-Semitic.
Right. But you're
But you're
pro
going to-
BDS.
Boycott Israel.
Yes.
You're not. See, this is bizarro stuff, right?
Well, here you go. Here's her explanation. She says, Jews have dual loyalty, and support for Israel is only due to monetary interest.
Wow. Holy moly guacamole.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. You know what?
Mm,
He's a special kind of something.
yeah.
He's a special kind of something.
Well,
Wow.
see, she's hiding behind the idea of free speech. Okay, and so she's putting this law into place that Americans should be able and willing to support the BDS movement. And then she compared Israel to Nazi Germany
Yeah.
by
okay.
saying that it was okay for us to boycott Nazi Germany. They were killing everybody.
See, people like her, it's really interesting. I'd like to see where she went to school. Isn't she from Somalia? Isn't she a refugee
Yes,
from
she's
Somalia?
Somali born. Yeah, she's Somali born. Yes.
I would really like to see where she got her education.
Actually, in
It seems
America.
like- huh?
In America.
So it must have been. This must have been like a school that was pretty much doing Common Core, right?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that
Pre-Common
there's
Core.
nothing similar, there's nothing relatable that you could find is of a similarity between Israel defending itself and Germany actually going off and wiping out a population of people.
Right.
Yeah. But here's the sad part about it. Anti-Semitism, Stephen, has been really growing in this country. I remember hearing a lot of people growing up, angry that Jews own Hollywood and the financial institutions. And, like I'm sitting here thinking, how do you know that? And second of all, why don't you just get out and work a job instead of just being envious of other people?
Yeah. Now, so funny thing, right? So you've always you've heard the anti-Semitic statements about Jews and money, Jews and this, Jews and Hollywood, and all the rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that actually started from a very early, I'm talking 350 AD Christian anti-Semitic movement.
350 AD. Is that the Council of Nia, or is that 425?
That was 425, but still, this is pre-Council of Nicaea. Anti-Semitism by Christians
Yeah.
started
well,
really, really early.
Yeah, we were the instigators. If there was anti-Semitism that came before us, it would have been the Romans and the Greeks. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I think we do. The church has an unfortunate history where they turned around and they tried to force Jews to give up their traditions rather than recognizing that it could still function. They could still be a Jew, and okay, sacrifices would not be required, but observing the festivals would not in any way be offensive to God. But unfortunately, most of those Christians lack the maturity to let people freely express themselves.
Yes, and that is true. Of course, these were people that were very learned and scholarly folks. They apparently didn't understand anything about the Bible in the New Testament, because they don't understand that that you can't scoff at the original vine.
Yeah.
you can't boast against the original vine when you've been grafted in, because they're gonna get grafted back eventually, guys. It's just
Yeah, I
gonna
think
happen.
they were thinking that they were bonsai trees or something like that.
Yeah,
but-
you can't just you're not snipping bonsai trees. These are vines. These are grapes. These are the ripening fruit. This is something that is eventually going to be repurposed back, because in boasting against the vine, you're actually boasting against the root, which is God and Christ.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you can't do that. But in these people's matter, they can do it because they aren't part of the vine. These are wild oats. These
Wild
folks,
oats.
yeah, these aren't even grapes. These are wild oats. Sown
That's
in
really
the
interesting.
fields.
What was that move to the side there? Yeah, what was that?
It's a
And even with the
it's-
sound effect on that too.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
cow!
it's planting the seed of the wild oats, just throwing it in the ground, just throwing it across everywhere, flicking it
Dude.
around.
Dude,
Because
you had sound effects behind you on that one, man.
I know I'm making this up as I go. It's just kind of how this works. I've got hand motions. I've got and everything else. But they're not even a fruit.
No.
These people
far
don't
from.
have. They're just a labor-intensive plant of almost unyielding hate.
And it's really sad because of the fact that I don't know how many people I keep getting told it's not a religion of hate. It's a religion of peace. It's a religion of peace. It's a religion of peace. Now, it's not PEACE, it's PIECE.
Right. It's
of the-
pieces, actually. It's a
Yes.
religion of pieces, because the religion was actually pieced together bit by bit over a very long period of time.
Yeah, whereas and it's just really sad because Christianity, you're put together in for 30 years, actually 3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
3 years was the life of Christ, and then after that, another 35 years of the other gospel writers coming together, 35 to 45 years of the other gospel writers coming together and giving us what we have in the New Testament, but nothing that took 7,000, well, not 7,000 years, but hundreds and hundreds of years to piece together. Even the Old Testament, I mean, when you look at the law, it was created in the lifetime of Moses.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pink
this
Floyd. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Floyd?
Pink Floyd, why are you writing in Hebrew? If you're gonna do that, at least make sure to translate it for everybody else, because I am not reading that backwards. All right, I don't know. We talked about this yesterday. We talked about this yesterday with Carrie Malinek. The one thing I can't stand about Hebrew is that it's written backwards.
Oh,
If
I mean, it gets you thinking.
it gets you thinking, but you have to translate it. You have to put all the words in reverse. No, stop it. Don't do it. Anyway, that sound right there means that it's time for a commercial break. So we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
There's no more music and you're still dancing. What is this? What are you doing, buddy? Like, what's going on? Because unlike other shows during the commercial break, we just actually still talk. We just let the radio. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
We got through everything else. We're just talking through.
Like get my high quality H2O.
It's a high quality H2O.
In my bubba can.
Mm-hmm.
I was parched.
There you go, Chai Boy in was it Iowa? IA is Iowa, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Chai Boy in Iowa, since they are in the Democratic Party, they should just be called the Four Jackasses, not horsemen. We didn't call them horsemen. We called them horse faces, and donkey face sounds better because actually that fits. It's the teeth. It's the teeth. They're gnarled out and slightly weird, and it's just how that. I don't. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness! Wait. So who said something? Someone, Donna Ivy, said something about me, and I'm trying to see where her message is here.
Leprechaun is laughing that you're doing the robot.
Oh well, hey, bring it down.
There you go.
Challenge.
Bringing down the house. Oh, backyard.
Every little step I take.
Backyard Gals on the MeWe says, "Tain't too proud to beg, sweet darling." Thank you.
Yeehaw.
All right, we're coming back. Hold on.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Welcome back to the Fitters Live Mojo 50 Radio. Pink Floyd bringing it back to me on the B-Wees. He says, Steven, all I said when he typed that stuff, and he said, all I said was, yep, you can't whoop me in Jew jokes. I'm pretty sure because you're Jewish. It makes sense. We can't really whoop you in Jew jokes because being a Jew yourself, you kind of, it's like me in Italian jokes. It's there. Or Watson and having, skin pigment issues. It's not, it's all there.
It's in there. Like Prego.
That's right. It's there. It's all there. It's going to happen. And we understand that. And that's fine. But thank you. Thank you for being humble enough to understand that jokes are good. Just don't hate. Don't hate.
Don't hate.
That's right. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Did you know that the U.S. Marines jammed an Iranian drone in the Gulf?
Dude, talking about Haas skill level 5,000.
Right?
Yes. Don't mess with us. Don't bring that stuff here.
Yeah, boy.
We will crush you like little bug.
Except for we're American, so we gonna crush you like a little bug.
Yeah, we're gonna crush you like a bug.
And this is the U.S. Marines. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
That's right. U.S. Marines jammed an Iranian drone in the Gulf of Hormuz Thursday. Senior defense officials said bringing an aircraft down and destroying it was the latest in a series of tense incidences between the U.S., Washington, and Tehran. President Donald Trump told reporters at the White House on Thursday that the USS Boxer, an amphibious assault ship, took defensive action against an Iranian drone that had closed into a very, very near distance, approximately 1,000 yards.
That is just barely 3 football fields.
Barely 3 football fields, but that's close enough to be shot down immediately.
Boom!
Yeah.
Skeet shooting?
Yep. See, the drone was, quote-unquote, threatening safety of the ship and its ship's crew and was immediately destroyed, he said. And a quote, "This is the latest of many provocations and hostile actions against vessels and operating in international waters," the president said, adding that the United States, quote, "reserves the right to defend our personnel, our facilities, our interests, and calls upon all nations to condemn Iran's attempts to disrupt freedom and navigation and global commerce." See, if you don't remember,
It's true.
that's right. Here.
That's true.
There we go. Did you? This is the second or third time where Iran has gone to the waters of Hormuz and done things violently.
But see, this is gonna be something interesting though.
What's that?
I'm glad that Donald Trump is the commander in chief,
Really?
because if it was a third term for the previous guy or the other one,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they would have met force properly.
By meeting force, do you mean that he would have drawn a red line and then nothing would have happened?
Yeah, he would have drawn a red line with washable markers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or he would have tried to draw it in the water. And it
Yes, he would have drawn. Yes,
immediately
yes,
gone
he would have
away.
drawn it in the water. Oh no! He would have gotten a can of Kool-Aid
Mm-hmm. And just
poured
sprinkled
a
it across.
line of the Kool-Aid in the
He just-
water. Yes, it's
He'd Salt Bay. He'd Salt Bay the line of Kool-Aid right in the water, because that would be amazing. You shall not pass this Kool-Aid line in the water. Here we go.
Oh my god!
But no. Instead, we have a president who allows our military to do their job and protect themselves, as well as ships that are around them, by blowing up crap that doesn't belong in the air above them.
Exactly. It was a game of operation.
I thought it was Battleship.
Well, both.
Kind of both. A little bit of poking around here, a little bit of blowing up there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We like to blow things up.
Yes. We're going to pump you
You
up.
See, now, mind you, I don't know. So, with sticking with this and them shooting down the drone, you know who would probably been piloting the system that would have taken out Ron Phillips. I mean, he's Top Gun, man, and he's so stoked with Top Gun coming out in 2020. Oh yeah, I'm sure. So, are you going to take time out to actually perform in the movie for us?
Yes.
I mean, are there is Goose
obviously
coming back from the dead?
Obviously.
Cool.
I
Sweet.
mean, come on. I can only keep up this facade for so long.
Is he's gonna be? Yeah, Goose is being resurrected. I'm really excited about that.
And, I mean, worst case scenario.
So then that means that you'll be out there in Iran shooting anything down as well too, right?
That's right.
Sweet. You got a need for speed?
I do have a need
Awesome.
need for speed, and I don't mean.
Seriously. This is really interesting though, because we're at war, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you know what? Again, do I agree with everything the president says?
No.
But this is the time to flex. Okay, this is the time to flex and basically say, I'm not joking around.
Well, because you have the same issue that's going on right now. Iran is making higher grade than allowed uranium. They're making high enough grade uranium to where they can utilize it in bombs. And they've been doing it for a while. And of course, it's in their secret facility, which isn't actually a secret because we know about it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we're not doing anything about it, but we know about it. So in their secret bunker, they secretly make stronger uranium that they can then use to put into bombs and blow us up, but we're not doing anything about it. Oh, and they're also stealing tankers because apparently the tanker had illegal gasoline on board.
Illegal gasoline.
Yeah. So the tanker that they took over and they commandeered in the Strait of Hormuz.
Hormuz.
Yeah, they took that one over, The tanker, because apparently it had contraband gasoline.
That's very interesting. I did not know that you could have contraband gasoline in the Sea of Hummus.
Yeah, I know, right? Because, I mean, in the Sea of Hummus, only PETA shall survive.
Holy PETA shall survive.
PETA! That is a reference to a movie. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh.
Speaking of PETA, did
goodness.
you know that Nostalgia still has their grilling sampler pack out?
Oh, interesting.
It's so good. I mean, with their grilling sampler pack, it's not only on sale, whether you can use like the code GRILL10 when you go to mojowildrice.com and you can get 10% off of their grilling sampler pack, but they have amazing stuff inside, like their salt-free garlic and herb seasoning for your meats and vegetables and potatoes and your dry rubs and your oil rubs, and the Northwoods jerk seasoning, the raspberry wine jellies.
I didn't know that that Nostalgia was associated with PETA. I mean, that's really good. I mean, that they're protecting animals.
Oh, not that sort of PETA.
Oh.
I mean, like
I
PETA
thought it was
bread.
people eating tasty animals. You've been talking about all these rubs and all these other different things.
Oh, well, yeah, they're definitely associated with that PETA. If you're talking about that PETA, I mean, even I'm a good friends with people of that PETA. I mean, there's a big difference between that PETA and the other PETA. I was really just thinking of PETA bread, but, you know.
Okay. I'm sorry. I get it. And I'm kind of hungry, and you talk about nostalgia and all these delicious things. So
yeah, that's
forgive me if I get a little distracted.
It's okay. I understand it. It's perfectly understandable, especially when we're talking about like the sweet heat of their jalapeno pepper jams, or maybe just like having their maple sugar that you can caramelize on top of the grilled meats, especially if you want a sweet richness that's just that darkens the meat just a little bit more. If you like the meat a little bit darker and sweet, get some of that maple sugar.
It's sweet.
It is sweet. And obviously you need to get some whipped honeys, because no person is complete without trying some whipped honeys. Go check them out today over at mojowildrice.com. That's mojowildrice.com. Use the promo code GRILL10. You can get 10% off their grilling sampler pack today. mojowildrice.com. GRILL10 is the sampler pack promo code. So, I didn't want to get
Make it happen.
I want to get to this one, but I just want to get past it. So we may. A New Jersey cop was charged with killing his newborn, as well as raising over $17,000 via a GoFundMe page for the kid.
This guy needs to be sent to Rikers.
Well. Let's not poison the well. Let's tell the story, and we'll let them decide. Okay, that sound good?
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to do it because I don't want the vein to come out of my head.
Okay, I'll do it. All right. Well, hold on. Maybe I just need some. Maybe I need some of this. Yeah. A police officer has been charged with murdering his 3-month-old daughter, who died in December 6th. Who died in December 6 days after she was admitted to the hospital with a fractured skull and ribs. The 31-year-old was suspended from the force in December, although authorities did not explain why until the murder charges were announced on Wednesday. He was arrested Wednesday morning at a Wawa's gas station. His wife was also charged with second-degree child endangerment. You see, before their daughter had died, he and his wife decided to set up a GoFundMe page for her, saying that she had suffered catastrophic brain injuries They raised $17,000 for funeral expenses and medical bills. In December, after she died, there was an autopsy. It was determined that she died from complications from blunt trauma impact to the head. That included skull fractures and brain bleeding. You see, the nature of her injuries indicated that there was an ongoing pattern of abuse from this man. And the wife did absolutely nothing to stop it. On Friday, in February, a spokeswoman for the prosecutor told New Jersey 101.5, which is where we get this story from, that the police officer had been suspended with pay, but would not say whether or not the suspension was related to the death of the baby. Prosecutors on Wednesday did not provide any other details about the case, including how exactly the baby had suffered the injuries or why the investigators were had taken 7 months to file the charges. The couple also has a son. This is a primary example of how a good system, the police, can be corrupted by one bad person.
Yeah.
This is a man who charades himself as the law.
And a protector.
And a protector. And a man who serves the people. And yet, he turns around and more than likely not only beats the child, but beats his wife and his other kid. Patterns of abuse like this, they don't just show up because one kid came out to play. No, this is something that's been very ongoing. This is more than just one time.
And what's worse is, you have to wonder. It's sad that the mother is being charged as well, but is there true negligence on her part, or is this Stockholm syndrome?
Well, it could be that. It could be Stockholm's, but in either case, she is responsible for the health and the well-being of the children. Now, I'll go over to Facebook, over to Roz, who said it was the dad that did it. The mom had more contact with the child. You're jumping to conclusions. I'm not. I'm just reading you the story. The story implicates that the father, after a 7-month investigation, that the police have found that the father was at fault. The police officer was at fault. So, I'm not jumping to any conclusions. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I hate jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
In this case, this story was released, the 17th. And it's been 7 months since they started the investigation. They figured everything out as best as they possibly can, and they're now finally charging him. While I don't like to believe that our police officers would do something like this, we have to understand, just like those who are of the cloth, those who are of the faith, there are bad seeds.
Yeah.
And whether it's an upbringing issue, whether it's a problem that they had to begin with, if allowed to fester and grow and not corrected, this is the outcome. And this is the problem.
And you sit here. I think one of the biggest challenge with just general things like this that gets away with the people who get away with doing these kinds of things, we need to bring back community. And no, I'm not trying to be the community organizer, but we need a higher level of accountability where we could truly, it's not being invasive in people's lives, but I'm sure that there were signs there that someone else could have seen to potentially prevent things like this. Roz is our resident person who knows.
Yeah, she fights CPS every day. She's always in and out of people's houses, and she is saying that they're blaming the dad because they couldn't find they couldn't figure it out. Okay, I don't know that. I have to go on the assumption that they're putting the dad in this place because they have found evidence.
Yeah.
7 months, they either have found evidence or they just assume the dad, and if that's the case, if they assume the dad or the dad is taking the blame for it and the wife is getting sort of away with it,
yeah,
they're both going to jail.
Yeah.
They're both going to jail.
They're both going to jail, and it needs to happen. We can't let things like this happen anymore, where these kids are being destroyed because of these evil, wicked people who should have no responsibility of a child are ruining lives, and it's heartbreaking.
It is. It's something that nobody wants to deal with. Something else that's incredibly heartbreaking and hard to deal with was when we found out that there was an HIV drug that was being overpriced 5,500%.
You sit here and you think 5,500%. I have no problem with the profit. I have no problem with people making a profit.
That exceeds
I'll even give you 300% as long as that 300% is truly a reasonable number. If you spent $5 making it and you wanted to charge 15, even if you wanted to charge 20, I'll even give you $100 for charge, for something you made.
You made it, right? It's something that you did.
Yeah.
This man didn't make a thing. This man bought the rights to an HIV drug. His pharmaceutical company bought the rights to an HIV drug. We're talking about Martin Shkreli. Martin Shkreli. He is currently behind bars in federal prison in Pennsylvania. He tried to appeal his sentence. Today, that appeal was thrown out of court. So much applause given to the appeals judges of New York. They have thrown it out because, let me kind of go down there. It says, quote, "We have considered Shkreli's remaining arguments and find them to be without merit. Accordingly, we affirm the judgment of the district court." More than likely, this man, because he has so much money, is going to try and get this forced into the Supreme Court, even though it has no place being there.
Yeah, no place at all.
5,500% on a drug that is life-saving. A life-saving drug. 5,500%. Specifically given to pregnant women and children to treat HIV.
I heard listening to Jeremy Hansen yesterday, and he was talking, I forgot who he was talking about, but he said he hoped the guy would get syphilis in the eye.
Syphilis of the eyes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye syphilis sucks.
Huh?
Eye syphilis sucks, I hear.
Oh. Is that a version made from Apple?
Yeah, that's the well, no, it's not the Apple version. That's the knockoff from Google.
But you sit here, you wonder, with people like this who do wicked things like this, Stephen, how does God not come back and visit on them their greed?
Well, this is judgment for his greed.
It really is, man.
This is judgment
it really
for his
is.
greed. And I hope that it continues. But once again, it's not his will be done.
His will be done. It's just heartbreaking though when you see this, because of the fact that lives are going to be lost because of this person's greed.
Mm-hmm. That is
it's
definitely true. Yes, that is a tragedy that nobody should ever deal with. Something else that nobody should ever have to deal with: being in war zones.
Mm.
That is a tragedy that nobody should have to deal with. If you check out combatflipflops.com, that company is set up by veterans that have seen war. They have been in war-torn areas, and they have set up shop in those war-torn areas because they believe that by education and commerce, we can actually help the next generation grow better.
Mm.
No matter where we are, if we can create education and commerce in the areas that we want to fix, we would be able to shine the light of freedom in those areas a whole lot better than shoving an AK in their face.
Yeah, please, let's do that.
Right. Combat flip-flops, they're bad for running. They're worse for fighting. But they are great on your feet. If you're a flip-flop wearer, I am not, so I will not get flip-flops. But I am going to look at some of their other stuff. They have a whole bunch of little trinkets and things like that. If you go check them out today, combatflipflops.com is the website. Use the promo code Defender25, and you can get 25% off on your first purchase. That's Defender25 over at combatflipflops.com. Get 25% off your first purchase, and you can help not only the veterans that run this company, but the women and children that they educate, and the women in the areas that they give jobs to.
Bush-hate black people. Sorry.
I'm going to let you speak. I'm going to let you speak, Kanye. I'm going to let you speak. Hold on. But go to combatflipflops.com. Promo code Defender25. Get 25% off on your purchase there. So, Berkeley has a problem.
Berkeley is a problem.
Berkeley is a problem, but Berkeley also has a problem. You see, Berkeley does not want any noun to have the phrase man in it because they don't want to be gendered.
Oh.
They want all words to be ungendered.
So is it now Hugh person? Is it because it's human? Is it now Hugh person?
Oh, they just don't use that word anymore. No, here's what I mean. Manhole covers.
A manhole cover. It's a condom.
A manhole, you know.
A manhole cover. It's a condom.
No, not that one. Not that one. That's a woman hole cover.
Manhole. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, manhole, like the place that you work.
I thought you said manhole.
Like
Sorry.
Hole.
I didn't hear the L.
Hole.
Hole. Okay, hole.
There's an L
okay,
there.
Hole.
Hole.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a lot of holes in your hearing. Okay, so a manhole is now going to be known as maintenance holes.
Because maintenance just rolls right off of your tongue, right?
So do so many other things. Just saying. They're changing that on all city codes around Berkeley, California. You see, they're removing all gendered language from everything they have so they can be as inclusive as possible. They're saying that it is Berkeley being Berkeley. And it's what that means is that Berkeley's being inclusive. And I quote,
I want to meet the person who was triggered by hearing the term manhole cover.
Yes.
You need to be put in a bubble and shipped to Mars if you are actually triggered by manhole. I can't even get it out.
You can't even get the word trigger out. It's there. But apparently, so they want to, and I quote, they want to get rid of a male-centric municipal code that doesn't reflect the reality of the city of Berkeley.
Oh my goodness, we're in a lot of trouble, man.
No, Berkeley's in a lot of trouble. Instead of manhole, the city code must now say maintenance hole. Instead of brother or sister, the city code must now say sibling. Instead of manpower, the city code must now say either human effort or workforce.
Oh my goodness.
You can't say man-made anymore because man in that term is man, so they want to say human-made. You can't,
mandate.
That's right, mandate. You can't say manufactured. It's now artificial.
No way.
or
Oh my-
machine-made, or synthetic.
Wow.
There are many things that are synthetic. Not man-made or machine-made. But, you know, we've got everything going on. We got a whole bunch of stuff, actually. I messed up and didn't actually make sure I had the sounder for the bells. So my apologies to Leprechaun, because I screwed up today. Forgot to put up my bell count for today. It's okay, because I know tomorrow's is going to be awesome. We still love you as much as anything else, Leprechaun.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It's my fault. So blame me. I did it. I screwed up. In any case, I'm Steven. This is Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. That's Watson. You can find him at Watson Prunier or at _ Battle for Freedom. Battle for Freedom is on there. Mojo 50.